Breaking news now on Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
And we start with breaking news in Hartford tonight, where police are on scene after a quadruple shooting this evening. Good evening, I'm Ben Goldman.
And I'm Jen Bernstein. A very active investigation at this time. This all unfolding right now on Huntington Street. Fox 61's DeAndrea Turner just arrived on the scene. So DeAndrea, what are you seeing?
Well, it is a very busy, very noisy scene, as you can hear. Just take a look past me. The scene is very active. There's ambulance. There are multiple police officers on scene on Huntington and Asylum Avenue here. Now, officials tell us that 4 people have been shot. 2 people are in stable condition, but 2 people are in have life-threatening injuries. And now we are still gathering information about when the shooting happened, around what time, and what caused the shooting, and if the person who allegedly shot these people are still on the loose. Now, this is still a very fluid and active investigation. This entire road is blocked off. They are making residents here go around just to get to their homes. Now, we are going to make sure that we keep you updated here on air and online as we continue to learn more information about this quadruple shooting here in Hartford. For now in Hartford, DeAndrea Turner, Fox 61, Connecticut News Station.
Major scene in Hartford. DeAndrea, keep us updated. Thank you. Let's get to the weather watch here. Pretty nice day out there, and leading into the end of the week, we're talking about some warmer temperatures here.
Yeah, Friday going to be another nice one out there. Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joining us for a first check on the forecast. Rach.
Yeah, we have a nice track record for Fridays lately, although last Friday may be a little too hot for some of you with highs in the 90s. This time, spring is staying in its lane, but it will be the warmest and brightest day of the work week. Right now, we're looking at temperatures that are in the 50s. It will not be as cold tonight as it was last night into this morning, when we had almost widespread 30s walking out the door this morning. Tonight we'll see mostly 40s. There could be a couple cooler spots in outlying areas where upper 30s are possible, but generally low to mid 40s as we head towards daybreak. Other than that, we'll see a nice bright day with high temperatures that will climb in the upper 60s to low 70s away from the shoreline, middle 70s possible for the Hartford area, and cooler at the beaches, where I think temperatures will likely hang out in the low 60s through the course of the day tomorrow. I wanted to talk briefly about the weekend. Saturday, we see the clouds roll in, a gusty breeze, some showers developing as we head towards the evening, and it is looking wet and windy as we head into the second half of the weekend on Sunday. We're going to do a better job of kind of timing this all out for you. Your full forecast coming up.
Thank you, Rachel. Well, new developments tonight as Peter Manfredonia was back in court receiving another 55-year prison sentence today. This is for the murder of Ted Demers and the brutal attack of 80-year-old John Franco with a samurai sword. Franco was in court today to face his attacker, telling a judge he believes Manfredonia doesn't deserve to live. The judge says she finds the brutality of the crime hard to discuss.
The brutality of your crime I found shocking. I had a hard time speaking with your attorney and Mr. Vidansky regarding this sentence. I thought a harsher sentence should be put in place. But because of the victim's wishes, I didn't want them to have to live through this again.
After the judge got through delivering her statement, she imposed a 55-year sentence agreed to in the plea deal. That will be served at the same time as the other 55-year murder sentence Manfredonia received yesterday.
New details to breaking news we reported last night here at 10, as we now know that a person is dead after a crash closed down I-84 in Southington for about 5 hours. State police looking for anybody who saw yesterday afternoon's crash near exit 30. Troopers say that Elijah Valier of New Britain lost control of his car when it was hit by another car. Valier died at the scene. The driver and passenger in the second car were not injured. The crash did back up traffic for about 7 miles at one point.
Well, new at 10, state capitol police say 15 people were arrested during a protest calling for more money for health care services. All 15 are charged with disorderly conduct. A health care workers union says staff and supporters held a sit-in demonstration, you can see here, to demand a state budget that, quote, restores and expands public life-saving services. The union also says everyone arrested was expected to be released by Capitol Police today. Well, also new at 10, a Fox 61 follow-up as Hartford remembers a woman who police say was stabbed to death by her boyfriend on Sunday.
Pedro Grajales is now being charged with murder of Nilda Rivera. Mothers United Against Violence held a vigil for Rivera this evening. Fox 61's DeAndrea Turner was there earlier tonight before she went to that breaking news we reported. She shows us how Rivera is now being remembered.
You, God, will make sure they come through this difficult times right now.
The time where their lives are filled with pain, grief, and confusion. The family of Nilda Rivera, who was stabbed to death on Sunday in Hartford, is remembering her for her kind spirit and big heart.
She was a beautiful soul, just trying to give out love. She cared for everybody. She didn't deserve to go like that.
With heartache visibly evident.
God guided each and every one of you here. And God bless you, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Nilda's family painted the Hartford Police Department parking lot, a place that became a scene of her murder, with her favorite color. The group, Mothers United Against Violence, alongside Nilda's family in honoring her life.
You're going to have her right here in your heart.
Justice!
Pedro Grajales was charged with murder and arraigned on Monday. Police say he stabbed her 25 times before driving her body to the Hartford Police Department to confess his crime.
And he will get what he deserves. And we will make sure we will be there to see that.
While on the journey to justice,
Without hope, there's nothing. And we thank God for hope.
there was an important final message for Nilda, one that fills the blue skies. She's loved, missed, and always remembered.
That's our favorite color.
That was DeAndrea Turner reporting. New at 10 tonight, at least 5 people are without their homes tonight after a fire in downtown New London. It started around 3:30 this afternoon on Green Street, just a few blocks away from the city's train station. New London firefighters say that 4 people were treated at the scene for smoke inhalation. None of them did need to go to the hospital. The Red Cross is helping the people displaced tonight, and the fire marshal's looking into what started the fire.
And new at 10, police arrested an Ansonia man who's accused of posting an online threat to kill a county sheriff in Florida. 23-year-old Kristen Zapata is the 3rd user of the website 4chan arrested for threatening that sheriff, who condemned anti-Semitic flyers appearing in his county. The sheriff's office in Volusia County, which includes Daytona Beach, says Zapata posted the threat back on April 7th on the site known for right-wing extremist activity. Zapata was living in his sister's apartment at the time. She told police he was always on his computer talking to unknown people about conspiracy theories and white supremacist ideology. Zapata is held on $100,000 bond.
Also new at 10 tonight, police in Cromwell looking for at least 2 suspects accused of trying to rob the Spring Hill Suites Hotel. It happened around 8 o'clock last night at a hotel on Berlin Road. An employee said a man demanded money from her at the front desk and then made a threat to use the gun that was never seen. The employee wasn't injured. This surveillance photo shows the wanted suspects and officers also looking for the driver of a silver sedan, possibly a Subaru. Anyone with information should call Cromwell Police.
Well, new at 10, Guilford police are investigating what officers are calling a stinky situation at one intersection. Officers say a septic truck rolled over this afternoon near the intersection of Route 80 and Durham Road. There were no reports of any injuries or any reports of spilling out of that truck, which is good. The crash closed several roads nearby, and in a Facebook post, the police department says it will, quote, sniff out the cause of the accident.
Okie doke. Well, another update tonight in Connecticut as police say that there was an explosion inside of an Avon home that caught fire. Avon's fire department first arrived at the house on West Avon Road around 4 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday. Firefighters found 2 people inside. There were no injuries reported, and crews quickly put out the fire. The fire marshal is still investigating what led up to the explosion. Well, today was the first time that marijuana holiday 420 had been celebrated here in Connecticut since recreational cannabis sales started here in our state.
Marijuana advocates were at the state capitol today to push for the expansion of cannabis rights. The advocates were also calling on lawmakers to pass a bill in the House which would stop the prosecution of any cannabis-related cases.
I think we should also remember that there's still people sitting in prison while the state stands to make billions of dollars off the sale of legal cannabis, and those people are sitting in prison for selling cannabis.
Meanwhile, Governor Ned Lamont was asked for his response to the rally.
We've had tens of thousands of people whose records were expunged for those minor drug offenses. Let them get on with their lives.
Approximately 44,000 cases will be completely or partially erased after the governor's decision to clear low-level cannabis possession convictions for Connecticut residents.
Well, the New Britain YMCA is getting $1.7 million from the state for child care support. The money will pay for renovations to the facility and create more capacity for child care programs. New Britain's YMCA steps in to help provide child care for economically disadvantaged parents. The expansion will help serve about 100 kids, which is something parents say they're very grateful for.
And as a parent, there is no better feeling than dropping him off knowing that he's happy, cared for, and safe. I know that with this grant, there will be many families that will be helped and provided exceptional care without breaking the bank.
The grant will also allow the facility to become handicap accessible and become more energy efficient.